cooked with pancetta? It's a cured pork product, kind of like bacon. It's made from pork belly, the same part, but it isn't smoked, and it adds great depth of flavor to lots of dishes. It's going to be the base for this really delicious pasta sauce I'm making today for bucatini, that really thick pasta with the hole through the center. The sauce I'm making is based on Amatriciana, which is a little bit spicy, a little bit porky, and tomatoey. Really good. You'll need 6 ounces of pancetta for this recipe, which is a lot, but it cooks down much like bacon and renders some of the fat out. Mince up a clove of garlic. I already have 1 onion that's been diced, and those are all the base flavors for your sauce. You want to cook your pancetta kind of slowly to render out the fat. So cook it on about a medium-low until it sort of crisps up and the fat releases. It already smells good in here. It's been about 8 seconds. I love the smell of cooking pork. Look at that. It's like candy. Remove the pancetta, leaving the fat in the pan. You just want to drain it on some paper towels. Then you can set it aside and cook your onions and your garlic in the fat from the pancetta. Start off any dish with bacon or pancetta and it's good in my book. The recipe doesn't call for it, but I like spicy Amatriciana. I think Amatriciana usually is spicy, so I'm adding a bit of hot pepper flakes. Saute your onions and garlic till they're translucent. I wish you guys were here with me to smell this. So fantastic. Add 1 28-ounce can of tomatoes. I like to cut them up before I add them. Season with some salt and pepper. And this needs to cook only about 5 to 8 minutes. You want the juices to reduce and thicken a little bit and all the flavors to meld. Bucatini is a very thick pasta and takes kind of a bit longer to cook than most other pastas. It usually takes about 12 to 15 minutes. This is done. I'm going to drain it. Save some pasta water. I don't ever oil my pastas or do anything like that when I drain them because it makes it so that your pasta sauce doesn't actually stick to your pasta. All right, now you can add your pasta and a little bit of the pasta water if needed. So this is a really big straight-sided skillet. You can use a small stock pot if you don't have a straight-sided skillet like this. Toss your pasta and your sauce together. I always like to finish my pastas in the sauce in the pan, and adding a little bit of that pasta water adds just a tiny bit of starch that thickens the sauce very slightly, just to gild the lily a little bit. I'm going to add a tiny bit of olive oil. Who could blame me, really? And your pasta is done. You can stir the pancetta pieces back in, or you can serve them on top, which is what I'm going to do. Tongs for spaghetti are a great way to serve because you can lift it all up. This is kind of a chunky tomato sauce, and you want to make sure you get some of those chunks too. All right, add a little bit of grated cheese, Parmigiano Reggiano or Pecorino Romano, and the last but not least, the pancetta. Crunchy bits of pork candy. Give it a try.